Yo, Still Mills, what's the deal, man? Yo, I'm fresh off the clock, bro. I'm heading to the crib. It's Friday. It's Friday, fucking finally, man. These past couple of weeks have been trying for the kid, man. I'm a newly diagnosed diabetic, man. I'm not too thrilled about it, but it is what it is, man. I'm gonna thug this thing out until I'm 150 years old. So it runs in my family, so you dig. We built for tough for the bullshit, so that's just what it is. But peep gang, we got to get into this shit, man, and that is Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, man. First off, I want to say congratulations to Usyk. I knew you could fucking do it. I'm glad that you did it, man. I'm glad. I'm overjoyed that you did it. You dig, like that dude is the truth. That's a bad motherfucker. He can fight in any era, man, and I think the hyperbole surrounding Tyson Fury has officially been dispelled and dispersed because it, just Tyson, like the dude is overrated, right? Like he's overrated, and overrated doesn't mean he's a trash fighter. He's a really good fighter, but just the hyperbole surrounding this dude, the hype surrounding him, bro. I'll never forget listening to these niggas tell me that I think it was Tim Bradley and company on ESPN that he would beat the greats from yesterday because he knocked out Dillian White. The same Dillian White who had been knocked out 2 times prior to that by the same punch. You're not about to sit here and tell me that this dude is the GOAT and he could beat any heavyweight because he knocked out Dillian White. And I think I fuck with Dillian White. Dillian White is a quality fighter, man. But where was all that energy when Joshua knocked him out? Because he was the first to do it. But now we give all this praise to Usyk, but Tyson Fury for having done it. I just thought that shit was real ridiculous, man. And hearing that shit come out of the mouths of former pugilists just really would make me throw up in my mouth, man. But it's a lot of it's a lot of people who feel that it was a robbery or whatever. I've heard that notion tossed out there before, man. Listen, if we being real, there's no more than 4 rounds you can give Tyson Fury. There's no more than 4 rounds, man. The first 2 rounds in particular, he came out and he was tapping the body. He was tapping the body, throwing straights to the body, jab to the body, stabbing the left straight down to the body. And Tyson Fury was letting him do it. He wasn't punishing him for the counters or anything like that. He wasn't doing that. But so there was I thought the fight was real easy to score. Man. Usyk ended the second round with a big shot up top, and he opened the third round with another big shot up top. And he just kept doing what it is that he was doing, man. Just kept doing it, taking his time and just really getting in a rhythm and establishing himself and just touching them. Sometimes you ain't gonna go in there and just land the big shots that you want to land. And there's a lot of length and it's a lot of, just body mass that you got to work around to, start to find success. Oh, I hit the bro back when I get there. When I get off, I hit the bro back. Hold up. Yeah, but it's a lot of dimensions that you got to get around in order for you to really get into a rhythm, and that's what he was doing, man. So in the third round, he comes out, he lands a big shot up top, and he's just continuing to do what it is that he does. But it's in this round that Tyson Fury decides he wants to start opening up and countering him up top with the to the body mainly. I think the body shots opened up the uppercuts that would eventually start landing for him, in the fourth and the fifth and the sixth round, man. But he starts, smacking him in the ribs with, what I'm saying, with that hook to, that right hook downstairs to the body, the uppercuts downstairs to the body. And he just really found a home for the uppercut, for the backhand. He really found a home for it. And I knew it was going to be a competitive matchup. A lot of people was going here expecting a knockout. I wasn't expecting a knockout. I'm like, the dude, as many times as he's been on the floor, he's never been flatlined. He's never been knocked out. So I'm like, I'll give you that respect. I'll give you that respect. So I wasn't expecting a knockout, man. I was expecting him to go in here and put on a clinic like he did, man. And you dig. And even after that, you dig, when Fury started getting into a rhythm and started taking control of the middle rounds, not necessarily the fight, Not necessarily the fight. He started controlling the middle rounds, man. He started smacking him downstairs to the body, and that started opening up the uppercuts up top, man. And you really started to see Fury come into his own. You started seeing him snap, pop the jab out there, put punches together a little bit better. And that's another thing that he was doing, man. The posture and the posing and everything. We was, it was never nothing to, I was never really worried about that. I'm like, you trying to play mind games with someone who's mentally, tough. You're not going, you can't get in that dude's head like that, man. He's here for one thing. He's here to fight. He's here for, to fight. He's not here for the showboat. He's not here for the entertainment and the theatrics and all that. He's here to fight. So you doing all that shit, it's not really having an effect on him, man. But just you seen his wheels, started spinning in the mid rounds. You got to admit that when Fury started, landing the jab a little bit, more effectively, the right hands a little bit more effectively, and using his size and his natural advantages to his advantage. You started seeing his wheels spinning like, all right, man, I got to find a way. I had to get this dude's timing down because I have to get around all that shit to take my steps in and do what it is that I need to do. You dig? And that's eventually what he started doing, man. He started tucking his body a little bit more, and he started Usyk was doing, he was stepping to the, oh shit, pause. All right, yeah, I'm back, man. I'm back. I had to readjust my shit, man. But Usyk was doing what it is that he was doing, all right out the rip, man. That's always been his game. He knows how to use his southpaw advantage. I seen Fury come out in the southpaw stands in the open media workout. I just thought that was real weird. I thought that was real weird. I didn't really think too much of it, but I was like, yo, why is this dude coming out? I know he's not about to try and come out southpaw with a master level southpaw. That won't be a smart idea. But he didn't. He didn't. And with that be, what the fuck is going on here? Usyk, he's always he's a graceful fighter. He's real graceful on his feet. He knows how to, step around and twirl his opponents. And that's what he was doing. He came out doing that. Jabbing to Fury's lead hand, step into the outside of Fury's lead hand, and that was, opening up the body shots, which eventually, I don't know if maybe it did. Yeah, I think it slowed him down a bit, but he was doing that right off the rip. I just think, when Fury started, he wasn't expecting Fury to start opening up in the manner that he opened up, and when he opened up and he felt, yo, these are pretty big punches. And I can't necessarily see them coming, and they're having an effect on me. He's tapping the body as well, and I'm eating shots up top. So he, just a lot of times you make those in-fight adjustments. You learn somebody's timing. You start, all right, cool. You're tapping the body a little bit. All right, so what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tuck my elbow a little bit more. And it was the right that he was coming. It was the right hook, the right hook downstairs to the body that he was tapping with. So now, not only am I going to tuck my elbow, I'm going to step to your lead hand that much, that much more aggressively and swiftly, so I can take that right hand away from you. Smart, you dig? He was doing the same thing. Like, he didn't make wild adjustments like that, but sometimes an adjustment is simply, all right, I'm doing what it is that I'm doing. You dig? When you start to open up, I'm going to figure you out. I'm going to figure out your patterns. I'm going to figure out your timing. I'm going to figure out everything. And I'm going to find a way to blanket that shit. And that's what he did. But the thing was, he had been doing that right out the rip. He had been doing that right out the, right off the dribble. He was doing that shit, man. So right when the seventh round comes in, it's a swing round, man. It's a swing round, and if I'm not sure if it was the seventh or the eighth round where he smacked Fury and he busted his nose. I can't remember if that was the seventh or the eighth round. No, it was the eighth. It was the seventh round. He ended the seventh round off with a really big left hand up top. He ended that round off, and it was like, yo, all right, now Usyk he's getting back in his rhythm. You dig? He's got his timing down. He's starting to, he's just, making those small, minute adjustments, man. A lot of times you're not going to be able to do just some adjustments. You're just going to know what to do. You're going to know how to get around an opponent's guard, man. It's, his body positioning is oh man, I got to get up out of this shit right here because this shit is wild. It's body positioning. It's, knowing where to place your hand. It's an array of things that you do in ring that you're gonna see in ring, but the opponent outside, the opponent, but the spectators watching the fight may not see, and that's what that's what Usyk was doing, and it was real, just real calculative shit that he was doing in there, man. But what I mainly saw, the biggest adjustment I saw was him tucking his elbow a whole hell of a lot better, protecting his body better, and really stepping aggressively more to Fury's lead hand to take that right hook away from the, to the body away from him. And it worked. It honestly worked. He was able to get reposition himself and start landing those straights again. And in the 8th round, he busted that dude's nose. And then in the 9th round, we all know what happened in the 9th round, man. A lot of people feel like that should have been a stoppage. I'm glad it wasn't a stoppage because, just dope. If you could have got a stoppage, all right, bet. But the thing is, man, the dude, we can say what we want to say about Fury, but the dude has really dope recuperative powers, bro. He can really recuperate and get his legs back up under him, and really he has a poker game face because it took him about a round and a half to really get his legs back up under him. And even when they got back up under him, it just still wasn't enough. He was still a little rattled, but he wasn't as rattled as he was. He was still able to get in there and put shots together and force Usyk to kind of, think before he advanced on the entry. So, but when he sent that man careening into the ropes like that, I've never seen Fury hurt like that before in my life. I've never seen him hurt like that, man. Like his legs was zapped. Like he was bouncing, like he was getting Irish whipped off the rope, man. Like he's like, his eyes is rolling in the back of his head. His legs are spaghetti. He never went down officially. It was ruled a knockdown because it should have been because the ropes held him up. But he never his back never touched the canvas. And what's crazy is Wilder didn't even have him that hurt. Wilder didn't even have him hurt and out on his feet like that, man. So for Usyk to really have him out like that is really just a testament to how nice that dude is. And after that, the 10th, the 9th and the 10th, after the 9th, the 10th and the 11th round, it was all Usyk once again. The thing is with Usyk, man, while Fury would, even in the opening rounds, Fury would land clean shots. It was just so far in between. He would land the jabs, he was landing the right hand, but it was just so far in between. That 1-2 right there would pale in comparison to, yep, you got the right idea. That 1-2 would pale in comparison to the body work that Usyk was doing. And just the amount of pressure that he was putting on Fury. And the gamesmanship and the ring generalship. He was just outworking Fury. He was outclassing him. Man. And then, of course, the 12th round comes around and it's a competitive back and forth. But you could even let's say you give Fury that round, that's no more than 5 rounds. That's no more than 5 rounds, man. There's no way that this man can sit here and tell you that he was robbed and he did enough to win that fight. There's no way anybody can sit here and tell me that Fury won that fight or that he was deserving of that fight. There's no way. I don't see how anybody with a straight face can sit here and tell me that was a close fight that could have went either way, because I just don't see it that way. Like at all. At all. It was a competitive fight. It was a damn good fight. It was entertaining. It was because, just in the middle rounds, Usyk was looking like he was about, like, yo, this fight is starting to get away from Usyk, because I had it knotted up at 4 rounds apiece going into the 8th round. I'm like, yo, this shit is getting away from Usyk, bro. What is you going to do? And in that moment, he started to make those proper adjustments, those proper in-ring adjustments that you may not be able to see, but just him gauging somebody, getting a little bit fond, understanding of somebody else's time, and the in-ring adjustments that he's able to decipher. That's what he did, and he got the job done. But there's no way you can sit here and tell me that Fury won that fight. I don't even agree with the fucking, the split decision. I think that was bullshit. There's no reason why Usyk should not have gotten a unanimous decision. And for Fury to once again go out there and talk about, they only gave him the fight because of the war that's going on in the Ukraine. It's like, bro, this what we doing? You dig? And this is what bothers me about, these fighters who, profess to these, these different religious ideologies, man. You're supposed to be a man of faith, and you don't have any sort of discretion on what comes out of your mouth, man. The power of life and death is in the tongue, man. It says that in a good book. So for you to sit there and come out your mouth and say some bullshit like they only gave him the victory because because of the war going on in the Ukraine, bro, that shit was just really distasteful, bro. That shit was really distasteful. They gave him that victory because he beat your ass. And it's as simple as that. It's as simple as that, bro. And I'm glad that even, the Brits and everything is starting to call him out because what comes out of his mouth because it's fucked up. You don't get to just say whatever the fuck it is you want to say, man, and then chalk that shit up to being bipolar. No, eventually you're gonna have to have some sort of, accountability. At some point, you're gonna have to be introspective and say, yo, you know what? I shouldn't have said that shit. That was foul as fuck. I've said some dumb shit. I said some dumb shit. I went to a, what is this dude doing? I went to a function in Chicago back in just a few weeks ago. Just a few weeks ago. I went to this function in Chicago, and I said some real disparaging shit about, the Latino demographic because of how mad they were making me, and it wasn't super, super, super drag out disparaging, but it was enough to make a certain individual feel some type of way about the shit that I said, man. Me and him had a real dope rapport, our conversations and everything was dope, and he felt some type of way about that as he should. And then I'm like, nah, just me going back and thinking, I'm like, nah, that shit wasn't cool. I apologize. And still to this day when I see him, I'm like, man, my bad on that. You know what I'm saying? My fault on that. My fault on that. You dig? Nobody is above reproach. Nobody. So at what point do you make it up in your... At what point do you say, yo, I was wrong as two left feet for saying some dumb shit like that, man? I shouldn't have said that shit. He won't ever come to that conclusion because in his heart of hearts, he has, oh, I'm bipolar, I'm fucked up in the head. Look at all the dumb shit that Ryan Garcia is doing. I'm not mentally right. I'm not mentally correct. I'm fucked up mentally. So you could just chalk all the dumb shit up to that. All the stupid shit, all the PED use and all that dumb shit that's going on, man. We could just chalk all that shit up to that, man. I swap, I eat steroid, just corny shit. Because when you fess up to that shit, and after you done played you done carved this lane of you being mentally disabled or mentally challenged or mentally unfit or whatever the case may be, you can have that as a contingency plan to fall back on, man. That shit is whack. That shit is corny as fuck. That shit is corny as fuck, man. This dude, Usyk is a guy who comes out as class personified. He's class personified. I'm not here for the gimmicks. I'm not here for the shenanigans, man. It's real going on. What's going down in my country is real. You dig what I'm saying? Mortars is getting dropped on towns in the Ukraine. I ain't got time to be up here playing games with y'all, man. And this just ain't what I'm about anyway. I'm a road warrior. I'm taking all these belts on the road. I'm going to your hood and snatching your belt from you, my nigga. That is what it is. The dude is a consummate professional. And honestly, this is the second time someone has, went out of their way to somewhat disrespect him in victory. Take his, Anthony Joshua did it too. You dig? I was a little bit more empathetic with Anthony Joshua because of just the amount of stress that was being put on him to be, one of the shouldering the load of the heavyweight division is one of the faces of the sport. You dig? I was a little bit more empathetic with that. He's unfairly judged or whatever the case may be. He faces a lot of scrutiny in the eye of the public. So I was a little bit more sympathetic with that. But even, just what he did, throwing the belts out of the ring and getting on the mic and everything, it's like, goddamn, y'all just can't let this man enjoy his moment. The two biggest fights in his career, you know what I'm saying, have, put him in a position where he's befuddled and taken off guard by the shit that these dudes are saying. He speaks a little bit of English. I don't know how good his English is as far as his comprehension, but when that shit gets played back to him later on in the dressing room and shit like that, it's like, I know he's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I know that has to bother him, and with Fury, it's like your lack of regard for people's feelings is just at a certain level of ridiculousness that there's honestly no coming back from. It's no coming back from, man. God damn. The only reason why I want, fuck the knockdown, fuck me controlling the opening 3 rounds, fuck me controlling the championship rounds, fuck all that shit. The only reason why I beat you was because they're sympathetic as to what's going on with me and my people back in the Ukraine. That's the only reason why I won. That's bullshit. God damn, man, have some fucking class, my dude. But that's just something that you don't have. It's something that you don't have. And you've played, you talked yourself up as just this unfuckable heavyweight. I'm the greatest heavyweight of all time. And now, just now that that's been shown up, look at how you act, bro. It's a hissy fit. that you're having. You dig? Like, that shit is corny. And now let's take it a step further. All the Fury fans, what do y'all have to say about him losing to a cruiserweight now? Y'all had all the energy for Anthony Joshua when he got beat. Y'all had all the energy for Anthony Joshua when he got beat by a cruiserweight. Now, what's the, where's that energy for Fury? How do y'all feel about that? You dig? Anthony Joshua landed more on Usyk than Usyk fucking than Fury did. And I think he hit Fury more times than he hit Anthony Joshua, bro. Like, at what point do we start to really put a certain spotlight on Fury and let it be known that you not who it is that we thought you was, man? The defense, like, bro, nah, bro, he's overrated. That's just the bottom line. But that doesn't mean he's a bad heavyweight. He's a really good heavyweight. He's just not the heavy. He's just not as good as everybody thought he was, and how everybody wants to play him out to be. He's not that guy, and that's okay. Ain't nothing, that's cool. That's cool. Because at this point, no heavyweight of this generation is who Usyk is. It's a bad motherfucker right there. That's a bad motherfucker right there. But I'm just saying, man, like, let's get some common ground and let's keep let's keep the energy the same, man. If you're gonna bang on Anthony Joshua for all the while shit, for getting beat by a cruiserweight, we should be doing the same thing with Usyk, with Fury. I've never held it to, oh man, you lost to a cruiserweight, man. If that's Mike Tyson lost to a cruiserweight, you know what I'm saying? Derek Chisora lost to a cruiserweight twice. And David Haye and Usyk. Earl Spence lost to a lightweight, a super lightweight. If we gonna do that, you dig? So I just want people to keep the same fucking energy, man. Keep the same energy. And I think I don't know. I think Usyk don't. If I'm Usyk, I'm right off into the sunset. I have nothing enough to prove. I have more than enough money in my bank account with your 2 fights with Anthony Joshua and this massive fight with Tyson Fury. He's set for life. That dude has generational wealth. Go ahead and ride off into the sunset. And I damn sure wouldn't be looking to give you a rematch after the bullshit you said to me. If I'm Usyk, I only won because of what's going on in the Ukraine. That's downplaying my victory. That's taking my victory away from me. And I'm supposed to be okay with that. I'm supposed to be cool with you and content with you saying the bullshit that I'm saying. So you can, as a coping mechanism for you, because you lost. You can't even do me the honors and being congratulatory of me and saluting me in victory. Nah, man. I'm cool. Bro, he doesn't even get the credit for beating a Klitschko. He doesn't even get that, the amount of credit for that as he does for beating Deontay Wilder. He doesn't. And because of that, they've been, after he beat Wilder, this dude, motherfuckers was really going on this rant, like he was unfuckable. Like, no heavyweight in the history of the sport would have been able to beat this dude. Shit is wild. It's baffling to me, bro. It's laughable. It's all of that shit. God damn, man. I'm glad this man got a reality check. You're not what it is you think you are. You're not. Usyk is a consummate professional. And, like, even another thing, bro, this fight was supposed to have gone down a multitude of times. This fight could have went down last year. You wanted to go and fight Francis Ngannou. All right, whatever the fuck ever. I can't see me giving you 50-50 fights, so it's going to be 70-30 split, and it ain't no rematch clause, ain't no two-way rematch clause, none of that shit. I'm getting all the majority of the proceeds and just playing games. All right, cool. You can take that 70-30. Just send $1 million to the Ukraine, to the Ukraine, you dig, for aid. Just do that. I ain't tripping. You can have that 70. Next. He's done a lot of bullshit to find a way to get out of this fight to get Usyk to go away. And now you think this dude is supposed to give you a rematch, bro? I don't think Usyk should take that rematch. I honestly don't. I honestly don't. If I'm being real, if I'm Usyk, yo, if I'm gonna continue to box, I'm gonna go find another motherfucker. Cause it was just too. You put too much stress on me. You gave me too much stress. You put me through too much stress for this fight for you to discredit me after I beat the shit out of you. I'm chucking deuces. I'm not fucking with you. And his manager should tell him that. No, no, we're not fighting. Yo, no. Now, well, of course, you can't tell Usyk what to do because he gets to, the say at the end of the day. But they should definitely be in his ear, letting him know, bro. Like, is this something? You sure you want to do this shit, bro? Are you sure you want to do this? Because you don't owe him nothing. You don't owe him that. You should ride off into the sunset. And now, just contractually, yeah, you do owe him something. But why even do? Nah, man, we riding off into the sunset. We riding off into the sunset. Or let's play his game. Let's see how he likes it. 70-30. 80-20. Should bang on him like that. This was a fight that should have been had happened, bro. This was a fight that should have been happened. You dig? That dude is it's too much. He's not worth the hassle of going through all that shit. He's not worth that hassle. Why the fuck should I have to go through all this bullshit for you? Nah, bro. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm chucking the deuces. I'm riding off into the sunset. I'm a retire. I'm undisputed, the first undisputed world champion in 25 years, a quarter century. I'm gonna take that and run with it. I'm gonna take that and run with it and lead you to lick your wounds. And if you and really watch you spiral out of control, mentally self-destruct. And I'm not giving a fuck neither. It's the mental head case, bro. You done did some, bro. Fury is honestly, that's a scumbag ass dude, bro. It's a scumbag ass dude. You dig? I wouldn't take that rematch. I would just retire. And they're about to strip him anyway. They're about to strip him. And that's fucked up. Why the fuck is it? I don't get why he's being stripped. The IBF is on bullshit right now, bro. Spence had an IBF Mando sitting in the queue for I don't know how long, and he was never at risk of being stripped. Just for Bud to get the belt and be stripped immediately after. Canelo was being forced to fight William Scope for his belt. They're about to strip Usyk. Come on, man. Tired of these, like, bro. Just I'm tired of politics. I'm tired of favoritism, man. Keep the same fucking energy around, all around, man. That's how the fuck I'm feeling about it, man. Shout out to Alexander Usyk. Incredible performance. I'm glad you put the Gypsy back in his place. He needed it. And I'm going in the crib, man. We getting ready for Josh Taylor and Jack Catterall tomorrow, man. So that's how I'm feeling about it, yo. I'll get with y'all later. Deuces.